Buongiorno, John. Come stai?
Rosario, thank you for having me today here at
It's a
Huntington.
pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
A fellow Abruzzese. I don't know if I told you before that John DiRenzo is from Abruzzi, and the family from Abruzzi, Italy, the founder of Bertucci's. You know, Joey Crognale, also Joe is from Abruzzi. And actually right now he is in Abruzzi with his family celebrating. So I hope he's watching this Facebook Live. How are you, my man?
Excellent. I'm honored to be here today, and I'm excited to see what you have in store for us.
Great. Well, we are at the Bertucci's in Huntington Valley. How was driving here? Was okay?
Perfect. Beautiful.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You know what?
I love it here. It's an amazing restaurant. I love the openness of the kitchen, and I understand that every Bertucci's, it's part of your essence is the open kitchen.
Yes, yes. We have nothing to hide. Actually, we want people to see and participate. So I know it's early, it's 10 o'clock, but it's the tradition, John. We can't, we have to toast. This is a Prosecco from Treviso, here a little more. Prosecco is a tradition, so salute. Salute. Salute.
I love the Prosecco.
Yeah, I don't know if my family in Italy is watching, but salute. In Italy is 4 in the afternoon, so I hope they watch. So John, we are in Huntington Valley, and we have a fantastic schedule today. We're gonna do, people come to Bertucci's, like when you eat the rolls, when you eat the pizza, the first thing is the dough. What happens with the dough? How do we get the dough? So we're gonna go through that. You're gonna see some beautiful rolls coming out of the oven. In a few seconds, we have our chef here, Ed, wonderful chef right there. He's gonna bring me rolls and focaccia. We cook the rolls constantly, so they're always piping hot.
Throughout the day.
Throughout the day, yes, throughout the day.
Yeah.
And we're gonna taste them in just a few seconds. So, we're so happy. We met in Plymouth meeting.
We met in Plymouth meeting at a media dinner. You invited me.
Right.
I had dinner with you and some of your co-workers.
Yeah.
And my first perception of Bertucci's driving past many locations at 35 miles an hour is, okay, it's just another chain restaurant. So, I walk through the doors and I'm greeted most graciously, and we start having conversation and dinner, and I'm noticing that not just I'm being treated this way, but everyone in the restaurant is being treated this way.
Right.
The level of commitment that you've made towards hospitality is unmatched in this industry.
Thank you.
Especially for a company your size.
Yes.
How do you treat?
Well, it's part of the culture of Bertucci's, who we are. It really started with when Bertucci was born 35 years ago.
1981.
Yeah,
1981. Somerville,
It was,
Massachusetts.
Somerville. It was a place to get together and have great food and pizza and enjoy, even play bocce together.
Yeah,
so it started like a convivial family place to meet with friends, and we built it, maintaining that characteristic, and this is what we were able through the years to maintain that spontaneity and characteristic. The noise that you hear in the back is actually Nora, our master dough maker. Nora, she's fantastic. She's the best. When you say, how do we do it? Well, we do it well with food and people. People is the number one thing, and Nora has been making dough in this restaurant for a long time, and she's phenomenal.
I understand some of your employees have been with the company over 25 years.
Yes, in this restaurant, actually, the bartender, she's been here 25 years, yes. Amazing. So Nora started making the dough, and as soon as the rolls are ready, we'll try them, and you'll see why they're so good and why it's the signature of Bertucci's. We also make our own focaccia. And I'll show you that too.
So the bread and dough is made fresh daily every day, right here?
Yes, it's made fresh, and then we ferment it. We let it rise very slowly at controlled temperature for 36 to 48 hours. So
and there's a certain point where it's its freshest and best to use.
Right. The best is between 36 and 48. So that's our optimal aging process.
Lightness of the crust, it cooks a little better in the oven.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that's
And everything in life, you know, the slow is better.
Sure.
Slow food, slow everything, slow down everything. Yes, yes.
How many shows we got?
Yes, we're going to move a little bit there. I hope you guys can hear. And if you have questions, please ask. This is the right time to ask. We are giving away secrets today, okay? The secret to our dough. Every secret. We have no problems with that. So no one's making dough. Look at this beautiful dough right here. So this is the fresh dough right here. See? It's wonderful. And what we do, we cut it, and then we round it, and then we let it screw. Yes. Yes, but it's wonderful. Now I'll show you how it looks after it's brewed for 2 days. Look at this wonderful dough. It's perfect. See, look at this. It's nice and sticky. Yes. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Ed, please come over. Thank you. Ed is our master chef right here. Every Bertucci should have an Ed. Thank you, Ed. You're welcome.
So these are the fresh rolls that hit the table?
Yeah, yeah.
And you're famous for these rolls, I understand, right?
Yes.
And
I want to see the steam coming out.
And these are it's the same dough that's used for the pizza?
Yes, but it's treated a little different because because we want it to be nice and fragrant. We just barely round them so they are nice and light. You don't want to build a lot of gluten, a lot of too much elasticity.
And like every other menu item here, the oil's made fresh.
Yeah,
from fresh ingredients.
That's what's astounding.
That's what's astounding about the Bertucci brand. You've put so much time and care into. I mean, for the last 35 years, you've created a tradition of creating unique pizzas and pasta combinations. And I mean, tell us a little bit about how that came about.
Well, I use the example of a house and the foundation. When you have a foundation like this, everything develops around this. You start with the building blocks, you know, the dough, the proper dough. Look, to have rolls like this, you can go to any restaurant. The commitment to commit our operations, our managers, our servers, they all know that the rolls have to be baked every constantly. So when we see people coming to the door, that's when we put them in the oven. So when people get them, they are steaming hot. They are just steaming hot and fragrant.
You make a focaccia bread too, right?
Yes, the focaccia is coming too. We are cooking that too. I'll show you that. So this is fantastic. Now, I'm enjoying the roll. So when the dough perfectly ages and it proofs. So the proofing is when it comes to room temperature. And at this point, we have to be very, very gentle. I'll show you.
So the dough is proofed 2-3 days?
Well, the dough is aged for 2 days, and then it's proofed for a couple of hours to bring it back to room temperature. Okay, so let's make some pizza together. So when you want to remove it, you want to make sure you maintain the shape of the dough right here, and then you go underneath and you remove it. A dough ball.
It's important to keep
the shape. Yeah, go underneath. Beautiful. You got it. Fantastic. Check. Yep, something right there. Yes. Perfect. So I'm gonna take this. Get another one. I'm gonna make a few pizzas together. Oh, please. The dough is very delicate at this point. Very, very fragile and delicate.
So this is for a small pie, individual pie?
Yes, individual. Let me get another one to make a few pizzas. I hope you're hungry.
So, again, we talk about traditional recipes. You only use the freshest ingredients.
Yes.
And everything is made on site in every restaurant every day. That's what's amazing.
Yeah. So look at this dough, how nice and soft and delicate it is. You know, when you so yeah, go ahead. You know, with the hands, you know, the warmth of your hands can actually help the dough to come back to life, and great. I'm gonna just gently roll it through like this.
I'm following your lead, Rosario.
Beautiful. Yeah, like this. Just you gently.
Thank you, sir. And how large are these?
These are gonna be the size of a pizza pit, and I'm gonna ask our operator. Pizza pills, perfect. Oh, you a little bigger, a little more, yes. In Italy, I'm sure when you were growing up with your Abruzzese parents, you were having a lot of broccoli ravi. Yes.
Broccoli ravi, yes, of course. So you have traveled, I mean, essentially Bertucci's has, since 1981, has been bringing traditional Italian cuisine to America.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, every day from New England to Virginia, you have 85 Bertucci restaurants that are firing up brick ovens.
Absolutely.
And it's just an amazing opportunity.
So this is the size of the individual, and you can tell the dough is right because it doesn't act like chewing gum.
Right,
you know,
exactly,
when the dough is too fresh,
yes,
it shrinks back, but this dough is so supple. So
it is very light.
Yeah, one right here. You say the right word, the light. When you eat a pizza that is properly, that the dough is properly aged and it's light to digest. It's really very light. You can eat it and still feel like.
Well, this is traditional Italian pizza. It's not a thick, heavy crust. It's real light. It just kind of more like crackery, melts in your mouth. It's all about the toppings and the lightness of the dough.
Exactly.
More than the filling of the actual crust.
Okay, here we are. We're ready
Perfect.
to top the two pizzas. So we'll move here where we have our toppings. You know, our toppings. Typically, when you walk into a restaurant or a pizzeria, you don't see the toppings; they are hiding. But here we want to show them, because we're so proud of everything.
Well, I believe Bertucci's, you feel that the open kitchen is part of the whole restaurant experience,
Yes,
and it's
absolutely.
actually seeing your food being prepared is an integral part of enjoying it.
Yeah.
And this is every Bertucci's does have, just like the first original, an open kitchen.
Right.
Yeah, it's the essence and core of what you do here.
So this is the extra virgin olive oil with our spices.
Seasoned, same oil that you use for the bread dipping?
A little
Slightly
different, yeah,
different.
a little slightly different, but same oil, a little different seasoning.
So the oil is going to season the dough and maybe help it to cook some, is that
Yes,
correct?
because this particular pizza is not the classic traditional tomato-based pizza. You know, it's unique. It's the one with the broccoli ravi, more like a pizza like they would have in Apulia in southern Italy.
And these are recipes that you yourself have developed?
These are recipes that are part of the tradition of Italy, and I brought them into Bertucci's.
Yeah, sure.
Nobody invented broccoli ravi. Nobody invented these recipes, but they are part of who we are. So this is for the broccoli ravi. We have our flavored oil. So why don't we put some gloves here so we can actually handle the food.
So the level of training that must go into keeping consistent level of freshness, and
yes,
it must be amazing. I mean, you have 85 restaurants. How many employees that must be to mimic this in every restaurant? The level of training must really be unfathomable.
Yeah, it's endless. It's basically endless, because what it happens is it goes on and on and on every day. Every day is a even this video is a training opportunity for our employees. So we have the broccoli ravi right here. These are just the typical Italian broccoli ravi. They are steamed, and we'll.
Looks very fresh, bright green. All the vegetables are roasted every day here.
Roasted, or this one is actually steamed.
Steamed, yeah.
To keep the nice green color, and it's very fresh, very fresh. So part of the training, you mentioned the training, humidity. So you can check. This is the pizza that we're making, and this is what we teach every day. You know, the flavor oil. You know, we have the Romano. Pecorino Romano. Pecorino Romano, we use authentic Pecorino Romano from Sicily.
Do you import many items in, or use just as authentic as?
We use an importer, but they come directly, you know, from Italy.
Sure.
So we have the Pecorino Romano, the oregano leaves. This is another thing that we do very well at Bertucci's. We bring in fresh
herbs and spices.
Herbs and spices.
Yeah.
So, you know, we have the oregano.
So you don't use a dried, out shake kind of thing?
No.
Yeah.
Even the basil is fresh. The rosemary, we have fresh rosemary, fresh sage, fresh oregano, and every pizza is different. You know, in Italy, not everything has basil.
Right.
Fresh oregano is very typical of the south of Italy.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, so we have the fresh oregano.
This is truly a mama and papa type of company.
Yes.
I mean, it really is. Again, the level of freshness is mind-blowing.
Yeah, the sausage, as here we already broke it up to make it simple. It's a delicious sweet Italian sausage.
And then we used a fresh mozzarella on this,
Yes.
as well as the pepperoni romano.
Yes.
Two cheese. Most of the pies incorporate a few different types of cheese. It looks like it's just basically grated and mozzarella.
Well, we
it's
have
kept simple.
We have other cheeses too. We have Asiago, we have shredded mozzarella, we have Neapolitan mozzarella, which is what will go on this one.
Okay. So we're going to use a ball.
Yes, we have provolone. So we have a variety of cheeses, and this is typical of Italy too. Every region has its own cheeses, so there's more personality. This will need cherry peppers to give a little spice because it's from Apulia, a little spicy, but we'll wait a minute for that. And we start the next pizza, the Nolio. The Nolio is a pizza that it was in our menu many years ago. So, John, this is the way we do it, okay? The secret is this. With the Nolio, we put the cheese first.
And that's going to keep the sauce more
Yeah, to
stable.
keep the sauce inside. We do this.
I've never seen that before.
Then we put the caramelized onions. Look at these onions, perfectly caramelized. You know, in our brick oven.
They don't come out of a jar.
No. Nothing comes out of the jar.
You can smell how fresh everything is here, really, honestly.
You know, caramelized onions. It takes full advantage of the oven. When you roast, you use high heat. But the oven, the way it's built, you have the corners far away from the fire, where it's a little milder, and that's where we do the caramelized onions. Okay, and then we have this Parma-style prosciutto right here. That's why you like it so much.
I love it, the saltiness.
Yes, it's the sweet and savory. which is very, very trendy now. You know, the sweet and savory cooking.
Has this pie been on the menu for a long time? I know it originally, I believe it originally
Yes.
was on the menu, and you just brought it back?
We just brought it back. We just brought it back, and you were one of the first guests
Oh,
to
no,
try
no
this.
kidding. I am in love with this pie.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
hope people are watching this. I'm giving away all my secrets right here. Any questions so far, guys? Come on, be curious. Okay, we have the mozzarella. For this I use shredded
Shredded.
because the Neapolitan is a little too wet. And you'll see why.
So the ingredients are really going to hold the. You use a fresh seasoned cream?
Yeah,
that
this is
correct?
heavy cream.
Heavy
What
cream. And it's just seasoned.
salt and pepper.
I would have thought it would have been thicker, a little more thicker than that, but it's. That's what gives it that creamy taste.
Right.
Yeah, it really. It looks fantastic. Wow. So, the sauce is. You use 3-4 different types of seasonings in it?
For that, salt and pepper. That's it. Wow. Okay. Tell us about the sauce. The sauce. Question. Which sauce? The cream sauce or the cream? The cream sauce? Well, the secret is actually what is the simplicity. When you use simple ingredients, you don't need to be too complicated. It's basically very high-end heavy cream and salt and pepper.
So,
That's it.
so using high quality ingredients, and that's been the cornerstone of your success, is
Yes.
using fresh, high quality ingredients. So we had spoke recently about a trip you were taking to California to source some tomatoes.
Next week.
Wow, and you do that periodically with many of your items.
I've been doing that for
Wow.
25, 30 years. Yes, we've been doing that. It's a ritual. We always go. It sounds. Look at this nice
Yeah.
fresh. Yeah, let's just squish it.
Can I try it?
Yeah, please squish it. Oh, yeah, and eat it too. It's delicious. We call this Neapolitan mozzarella. Why? Because
That tastes a little salty.
yeah, it's made in the Neapolitan style. It's almost like we call it pasta pilata. It looks like tappi.
Yeah, very salty, a little sweetness to it. It's delicious, actually.
Yeah, you can taste the dairy.
You can definitely taste the richness and the dairy and the quality of the cheese. It's definitely fantastic.
Fantastic. Look
Yeah.
at this. Beautiful, two wonderful pizzas.
Wow, they do look fantastic.
And we're going to put them in the oven.
All right.
Actually, Ed. This is our chef, Ed, right here from Huntington Valley, the one and only. You can enjoy all.
Now, traditionally, in a brick oven, cooks it, is it how many degrees? 600, 700? So they're only going to essentially be there for minutes.
Yeah, this is actually, it's interesting, the question. Well, look at the focaccia that was waiting for us right here. Homemade also, freshly made.
Wow. So the focaccia is used not only as a tableside bread, I believe you make some sandwich options?
Yeah,
with it
we
as
make
well?
panini, the sandwiches.
It's so
We
light.
yeah, let's try it. Let's taste it.
Sorry, Ed. So I can, oh, wow, look at that.
This is a rosemary focaccia.
Inside of that. Soft.
We're breaking bread. Salud.
Salad. Yeah.
Delicious.
I like that it's very airy and soft. I've had focaccia, it gets very hard,
Yeah.
but this is not. And it comes warm like this right out of the oven, and this too is essentially baked throughout the day.
Yeah. Throughout the day, yeah.
Mm. It's not doughy, it's very fresh and light. It's seasoned perfectly, and that's fantastic. Way to
The-
go, chef. Way to go.
The lightness and crunchiness is the secret of good focaccia, good bread. You know, light and crunchy. Oh,
If you love Bertucci's rolls and focaccia bread, give us a like or a thumbs up and let them know how they're doing.
So I hope I answered your question about the cream sauce. But to go back to the tomato sauce is also very simple. It's just fresh packed California tomatoes, salt, pepper, and extra virgin olive oil. That's it. Very, very simple. So the pizzas are cooking right now.
Look at that. So you get that nice bubbly crust.
Yeah.
I love how each pie is original. They're all original.
Yeah.
They're definitely, it's a handmade, delicious product.
No, it's artisanal.
Yeah.
Truly artisanal.
So these are available for takeout as well? Or?
Yeah. Look at the fire. Look at the warmth, the heat of the oven. This is what, when I go to a restaurant, to Bertucci's, this is my favorite place to be.
Right.
Be right in front of the oven. Yeah, you feel like you're driving the bus.
Sure, and essentially the customers, that's intended for their feel as well. You want to feel that it's an integral part of their experience. To actually see your food being prepared, it makes it better, you know?
So somebody is asking me, quelle di Tropea, well, what does it mean? Only in Italia can understand this. Tropea is a little town in Calabria, and Tropea is famous for the onions. No, for the caramelized onions we use mostly white onions, the sweetest white onions. The Tropea onions, we use it for salads or other things. However, Tropea onions are fantastic.
Wow.
Yes, in Italy we have this thing with vegetables that every area has a different specialty vegetable, and Calabria is famous for two things: for onions and for the hot pepper, for the diavolicchio, the devil little pepper.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I guess Edmonds is coming out here.
Yeah, no, the pizzas are coming out. And this is part of the artisanal look. Look at that. See how artisanal it looks? It's bubbly. Look at the crust. Now this crust is gonna be heavenly, really heavenly. This one doesn't get oil because it has the cream. We have the cover, and we're gonna eat it.
Chef, we have another question.
Yep. What is the right distribution of an amount of toppings? Very good question. In the old days, I mean, every time we keep saying toppings to the edge, toppings to the edge. What makes this pizza special is that the toppings are light. There's not a lot of toppings, so the distribution, it has to be the toppings right to the edge.
Right to the edge, yeah. It keeps the crust nice and even on there. And that's the way a pizza should be, you know? We shouldn't have...
I'm going to cut smaller pieces so we can all try this. Delicious.
Yeah, that looks so creamy and delicious.
When people talk about artisanal pizza, and I'm going to put an olive in the middle because this is the seal of approval. This is telling me that I approve it. I look at the bottom.
Is that what the olive is?
Yes.
In the middle of it? So the chef give his approval for the head to the
Exactly. Now look at this amazing artisanal pizza. Now, John, really, this is what keeps me going every day, and what gives me so much satisfaction after all these years is that I dare anybody to have a better pizza than this.
You're
Look at this.
truly passionate about what you do, and it shows through the whole level of all your...
Taste the crust.
I can't wait to taste this. The cream is so buttery.
But
And then you get the saltiness of the prosciutto.
look at this crust. It's crispy.
Yeah, can you see that under
and
there?
chewy.
The crust is just fantastic.
Look at the bottom
My God.
and how light it is.
It is very light. I could eat this all day.
You can eat the whole thing and lose weight while you eat it.
How about that?
So
I love the prosciutto in there. It's just
John,
enough salty.
this is why you are here. You're an expert. You know, you are a fabulous gourmet. And tell me the truth. I mean, did you ever?
No, I would have never imagined, like we talked about earlier, you know, driving by a Bertucci's, that the level of commitment and the true mama. I keep going back to the mama and papa. My family, we own a restaurant, and I know what it's like to put this hard work into one location and to be able to do this in 85 locations. You know, is just absolutely outstanding. And if you had a different perception of what this brand was, you definitely need to come in here and tell them Rosario and I sent you. And see what we're talking about. It's the level of freshness and commitment to their product is just outstanding. Yeah. What do you think of that?
Did we ever try to make a dessert pizza? Yes, and but also when you come to Bertucci's,
I can't stop
so
eating
good.
this. I know, I can't stop eating this.
When you come to Bertucci and you enjoy pizza, sometimes to have also pizza for dessert is really not. Most of the time, you want a very light and simple dessert, maybe a cappuccino, maybe some cannoli. And so, although I do like the idea of pizza for dessert, and Jason maybe will pursue that one day. Right now I'm enjoying this savory pizza. And you know what? The nolio, you can have it for appetizer,
You could have
dinner,
this for dessert.
and dessert
you could
too.
Have this
Yes.
for dessert. It is the cream. It's so buttery. It is almost like a dessert. Jason, try the nolio.
Oh
Definitely.
my God, it's amazing,
Definitely.
amazing.
So I love how each pizza, it's not, you know, it's not made in a pan. They're not perfectly round. They're every one of us individually.
Yeah, so for this one, thank you, sir. For this one, I'm gonna put my olive because again, I check my crust. The crust is phenomenal. Only a perfectly heated brick oven will make the crust like this. Only that. And also for this one, I want to brush a little extra virgin olive oil
on the crust.
on the crust.
It'll give it that little bit of
Yes.
like buttery, savory flavor on that.
I want you to try this. This is more a characteristic. This is more like a typical Southern Italian flavor. You know, you have the broccoli ravi, you have the sausage, you know, the sweetness.
Yeah.
And the Neapolitan, the fresh mozzarella right here. The Neapolitan mozzarella.
By just looking at the pie, you can tell that the cheese is high quality. It's
My
not
God.
runny.
Yes.
It's held together.
Again, the crust. Look at the bubbles here.
I love
See
it. I love
the
it.
lightness.
I love it. Let's try some. The contrast is amazing.
It reminds you of your childhood, of home.
Man. A little spice.
Yeah, the cherry pepper.
The cherry peppers. Yeah, the crushed cherry peppers. A little spice. The cheese is fantastic. And again, the lightness.
Look at the dough.
But still crispiness of the crust. It reminds me of the focaccia a little, slightly. Right? Fantastic. Chef, that is fantastic. This is some of the best pizza I've had. Honestly.
Fantastic.
Honestly.
Thank
I
you.
mean, and I dare you to beg differ. You need to get out to your local Bertucci's and try this out. Let them know we sent you. Wow. Wow. Imagine having one of these delivered to your home.
Although this is so simple, the ingredients are simple, but to achieve this kind of perfection, we need the process started Monday. Today is Wednesday. So Monday, Nora was making perfect dough. It was slowly aging the dough, and then we make a perfect stretch and put it in the oven. So it's the whole teamwork. You know, we have our area director Jason too, right here. Everybody's here to support the restaurant, because to get this level of quality, you need a true teamwork.
Absolutely. I'm a novice, and I was able to easily work the dough. It's so easily pliable.
Because it's light. I mean, this is
super
when
light. Super light. If you don't mind, I'm going to jump back in
Oh,
here and
good.
grab another piece of this nolio. This
You
is
can-
fantastic.
you can help it.
You need to get
This
a
is
piece
what we
of this for
define
sure.
as craveable.
Oh my God.
You have dreams about it.
This is my absolute favorite pizza ever. If you know me, you know I love pizza. The buttery savoriness of this, Jason, here's your dessert pizza. Forget the dessert. You need this right here. So I love how the oven just, the brick oven crisps up. So the focal point of every Bertucci's is
the oven.
The oven. So
oven.
that is the success, and how you have seen your recipes just focus around the oven. So all your vegetables are fired in the oven as well, brick oven?
This is the beauty of, in southern Italy and in Italy, people who had the brick ovens, sometimes people couldn't afford to have a brick oven in every house, so they have a community oven. So that's how Bertucci originated, is the oven of the community. Joey Crugnani, the founder, he got inspired by his grandmother. And the oven was not in the house, but outside of the house.
So they learned as a community how to, and that's how these recipes come alive as a community.
Also,
that's interesting.
If you are open for, let's say, for making pizzas for between 11 and 2, you make a lot of pizzas, but the oven stays hot forever. This oven has been hot for 25 years. It never cools down. See? So to take advantage of the latent heat, we do the caramelized onions when you need low heat. In the morning when we fire it up and it's really nice and hot, we do the eggplant, the peppers, we do the olives, we do our chicken. We cook our chicken in the oven too. Our chicken goes in the oven. So
so essentially use the brick oven for
we take advantage of the oven all day. All day. And this is why everything is built, we wrote zucchini, everything is built really around the oven. It's the center, the heartbeat of the restaurant. You can stop eating this. I mean,
so there isn't a commissary. Each Bertucci's restaurant prepares every item on site every day.
Yes.
Just like a mom and pop.
Just like a mom and pop, but with the experience of a real chef. Sometimes people don't have that experience, but we developed from the very first Bertucci. We perfected the dough, we perfected the systems. We did a lot of testing, and we realized, wow, this is perfect. Okay, this is. Remember that graph I showed you before about the dough, the quality of the dough. Dough is alive, so it goes from not good, when it's too fresh, it doesn't taste great, and then it becomes great, and then it reaches a peak, and then it goes down.
So when it goes down, you're not going to get that level of freshness.
No, it's
and
too much.
And so you pay a lot of attention to quality and freshness of the product.
Yes, and the ingredients. So this is truly quintessential farm to table food. Is
the original farm
freshly
to table.
cooked. The original, yes.
You have been doing farm to table for 35 years.
Right,
And a lot of these recipes are your creation. You've been with the company essentially how long?
Well, I started in the 25 years ago, more than that. But I've been in and out, going to Italy and coming back. And
I hope to take a trip one day with you.
You're invited to Italy anytime you want.
We can go procure some cheese.
As well as to California. Next week I'm going to take a look at these tomatoes.
That's fantastic.
But see, the secret is right here. Every ingredient that you see here,
it's fresh.
It's simple, non-processed, quality ingredient. Tomato, fresh herbs. The olives, they look shriveled because we roast them. We don't just take olives out of the can, we roast them.
There is absolutely nothing hidden here.
Why do you hand roll instead of toast? Well, this is a very good question. Jason, you must be an expert because you have the tricky questions there. So there is a good reason behind that. Our dough is so fragile and delicate that we basically hand stretch it for a little while, and then we finish it with a rolling pin to get this nice thin crust. That's why I say that Bertucci's pizza is not strictly Neapolitan pizza. Neapolitan pizza is 100% hand stretched, and the center is so thin that almost disappears, and the crust is much thicker. But this is the way we like it.
It's very
Yes.
it's the same throughout.
This is
the
the way we
center-
created.
the
Like I said, the founder of Bertucci, Joy Crugnali, is from Abruzzi, not from Naples. So our pizza is the quintessential, like, Central Italian pizza. Our crust, we don't have a 2-inch crust,
Right.
but we love it, our crust, but it's not as big as some
Sure.
other pizza. So it's unique, and we created it, and we developed it for 35 years.
It's definitely unique. That is true. And fantastic.
And you saw how fragile the dough is. So if you would pick it up too much, it would break.
It would.
It would.
Yeah,
it would break
It
because
would.
to be so light, it's gotta be fragile. It's airy.
Right.
Okay.
I love how unique all your different creations are, and you really have done the research and brought these recipes from your hometown and from some famous hometowns in Italy to America, and it's just fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
Really,
Thank
it
you.
is
Well, from an
fantastic.
expert like you is a compliment.
Thank you.
It's a real compliment. So we are waiting for more questions, and we're here to chat more. I mean, we can actually make anything you want. If you have a question, how do you make a margherita? We'll make a margherita for you in front of you. So John,
Chef.
so far, what do you think?
Chef, I am just, I'm really ecstatic about coming here tonight. It's been an amazing experience for me to meet up with you again,
Yes.
and to talk about your brand and all the expansion plans you have. So there's 85 Bertucci's currently right now?
82,
82
yes.
Bertucci's, and each one of them is a little bit unique, reflecting the characteristics of their own community.
yes.
And you get that, real hometown feel. When I walked in, like I said, I noticed that, wait, they're not just treating me like this, they're treating everyone the same way.
Yeah, and we are having our lunch right here, but people are going to have our lunch very soon. So if you guys are just in time to text, send a text, small pizza, to 41208, and you can get a free pizza for lunch.
So just
okay?
in time for lunch, text small pizza to 41208, and you can receive a small Bertucci's pie, just like we made here today. Absolutely free, just for yourself.
Thank you, thank you,
Chef,
thank you.
It's been fantastic.
Yeah. I wish, let me get some of that prosecco so we can keep enjoying the toasting and talk about these pizzas too.
Cheers.
Cheers, salute, salute.
Salute.
So how we doing with time? We're pretty good. We have a little time left.
If you have any questions, we would love, Chef is here to answer any of the questions you may have about some of the items you've seen, or maybe some of the items that he is creating. He's always creating new items for Bertucci's, and he takes some fabulous trips around the world to bring these products straight to you. And again, if you have not visited one of the 82 Bertucci's near you, definitely stop in and tell them that you saw John and Rosario, and you're here to try the Nolio, my favorite pie.
Yes. So John, your passion for food goes way back too. No?
Yeah,
The
since
whole
I was
lifetime.
a little boy. I grew up. My family owned a small chain of food stores.
Yep.
And I went into the restaurant business, and I've learned to develop a fine appreciation of food throughout the years.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we just have time. I'm gonna make you. I love these pizzas, and I'm gonna make you one of my favorite pizzas too. With because we roast our eggplant. You notice that it's not fried. It's roasted. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna make a little eggplant pizza. We call it melanzana pizza. Okay. So our camera expert will follow us here and there.
I'm going to come on this side of the chef.
So we make
So
a
melanzana, little eggplant.
yes.
We're using, of course, the same dough, same size,
Yes.
personal. So you make a personal pie, and there's also a large.
Large, yes.
It's large and they're both available for takeout
Yes.
with football season
Yeah,
approaching.
yeah. We have another size that we call menucci, which is the smallest size.
Smaller than this.
Yes, it's
Okay.
is like a large size pizza. And
So if someone wanted to sample a few different varieties, they can come
exactly,
in and
exactly. It's the perfect appetizer, you know, for people who want pizza but as an appetizer.
wow, wow. That's something you don't see often. So we're talking about pizza, but the menu is full of focaccia sandwiches, unique pasta dishes. What other type of products?
Well, we have fabulous pasta dishes, and also
Ensalada, salad.
yes,
Yes.
you know, we have Nora ready to show us the dough too. Can you guys hear me from here? Yes. So Nora wants to show us how you ground the dough. Okay. We're gonna put it. Why don't you just do your thing? Yes. And this is how we do it. So while Nora's getting ready, put it here so people can see.
So these, they look like there's a large pie.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, wow. And that is for how many?
This is gonna make 9.
9. Okay. So again, a hand process. I mean,
Yes.
and Nora is the dough expert at Rosario.
Yes, she's been with us. How many years, Nora? 14 years.
14 years.
Wow, look at this. Beautiful.
Nora is a true professional. She has been doing this for 14 years here. So that is going to make 9 small pies,
No, it's gonna be 9 large.
9 large pies.
Nora does this every day, 8 hours a day, constantly, to keep our dough stored, our dough supply constant and beautiful. Wow. Look at that. Gorgeous. Nora. Very good. She's the best. Thank you.
So now the dough is in raw form.
Right. Now, if I would cook that dough right now, it wouldn't be good
Right.
because it's too fresh, it's too tough. It would be
You
tough.
can see it. You
Yes.
can see it's different than.
So now it has to rest.
So now we're making another variety.
We're making a,
Eggplant.
you know, we like I said, we roast our vegetables. So I wanted to show you how delicious it is. Our freshly roasted eggplant, which is rather than being fried, is freshly roasted, and it's fantastic.
So I noticed, Chef, that you make a square, not a round pie.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's more like a. That's why it's unique.
Unique. Yeah,
It's
each
unique.
one comes out of the oven a little bit unique. Yeah.
That's the perfect.
That is perfect.
And now we're gonna use our wonderful tomatoes that are absolutely fresh and simple. And I'm going next week to California to inspect the tomato harvest.
So,
Okay.
so you procure tomatoes for the entire restaurant chain?
Yes.
And from how many different farms? Or
This
tomatoes
is
or
about
farms?
5 family farms.
Wow.
And I've been talking to the farmers there. Some of these farmers, they've been farming for 5 generations. 5 generations of farming. And John, I invited you next year. Come with me. You're going to be amazed about the passion of these farmers. You know, California is. They have to be very smart about everything they do because they have to be very careful with the water. So they irrigate underground.
Okay.
Underground
That's
irrigation.
interesting, yeah. So it probably gives them a definitely a more consistent product. by doing
Yes,
that.
consistent and also water economy too.
Right. And you are, you know, what you look for in procuring products is that consistency and that level of quality. And,
Yes.
And that's what you search for. And bring that to each and every one of your locations.
Look at this, paper thin, hand cut
Hand
eggplant.
cut?
Yes, and And we layer it like this because it's fragile, and we don't want it to.
Are they seasoned, or you season after it goes over the pot?
Just salt and pepper, yes.
Yeah,
Very,
simple
very
seasoning.
very simple. I'm gonna just put.
So, and this would be the same pie that you can order any day for lunch and dinner?
Yeah, this is one of the. This would be a make your own.
Okay. Oh, and that's available as well?
Yes.
So you can create your own one?
You can create your own.
From how many number of different toppings I see here?
Almost infinite.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, it's amazing. And everything's very fresh. Very fresh. Wow.
Wait until you taste the eggplant is so good. Amazing. Look at this. You want to put it in the oven?
I will give it a shot. Okay. It's all on the wrist, correct?
Yes. Beautiful. Fantastic. Yes. Okay, well, we'll taste the delicious pizza in a minute, but we are wrapping up here. I'm so excited about all the questions, and more people, please feel free to get in touch with us. We are always ready to answer questions, to invite people to our restaurants. We even invite you here, and if you're interested in the process, we'll personally show you how we do things, because again, the more we show what we do, I think the more people will appreciate.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's
the
all an
beauty.
awareness. You really need to see the level of commitment, freshness, and quality here at Bertucci's. It is absolutely amazing. Yeah, I was amazed. You will be too. I guarantee that. Guarantee that.
Thank you. And you're coming for dinner too.
I am coming for dinner tonight. Yeah.
We are having a dinner tonight at Ben Salem Bertucci's. It's a wine dinner where we're going to feature Drew Barrymore wines that we are now featuring for the summer.
Nice.
For the summer, and it's a wine dinner. If you call the restaurant, there's still room for some reservations.
We hope to see you there. Come
Yeah,
join
we
us
are
in Ben
featuring
Salem.
3 wines and a 5-course meal, like
Sounds
a real,
fantastic. Yeah, looking
real
forward
treat.
to it. Hopefully it'll be some Nolio.
Yes.
It's absolutely my favorite pie. If you have not tried the Nolio pizza, you need to order one of those today.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know your friend at Small Bites. I want to say hi to Derek too. I hope he's watching.
Derek is definitely watching from Small Bites Radio. You can listen to us live Sunday nights at 6:35 on Wildfire Radio.
Yes.
We are live every Sunday night, and we would love to have Bertucci's be a little more part of what we do there. Love to have you on again.
What we did with Derek is I brought a ton of food.
Wow. Did you
But
bring the
again,
Nolio?
he was in love with the Nolio. He said the Nolio
How are you
is
not?
my favorite.
I dare anybody to not like that pie.
Right.
It's fantastic.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm looking forward to the meals.
Yeah, we're gonna eat that again for lunch. Last question. Sign off. Okay, people want to know what are our favorite toppings. So I just revealed it myself, because see, when you work for a company that is basically home, it's basically your company, you get to do what you love, not what they tell you to do. And so really what I do is really what I like. So my favorite toppings are what you see right
the
here.
menu.
However, the melanzana is one of my favorite. I love eggplant, and our roasted eggplant is second to none. So that is gonna be my top 3. The other one would be a classic margarita.
Yeah,
How
sure.
can you beat that?
You can run with the fresh
Yes,
herbs and
the
spices.
Nolio would be another close.
The buttery crust here is amazing with the bright, crisp green broccoli rabe. Fantastic.
And the broccoli rabe, I brought it in because this is one of my favorite food in the world. Broccoli rabe from Apulia, together with pepper and sausages, is quintessential Apulian food. You know, southern Italian food. That's what I used to eat every day when I was in college, and I was very poor, and I had to really maximize my, the bang for the buck. This is what I used to.
You didn't eat ramen noodles.
No, that's what we ate. Whether it's pizza with broccoli rabe or pasta with broccoli rabe, is quintessential.
You ate well in college.
Yeah, that's how you recognize a real Italian. You know, if you go into Italian neighborhoods, I'm sure in Philadelphia or Boston, is the aroma of the garlic and the broccoli ravi in the air.
That's the aroma that we have here in the air here today. And I love the little bite of the spiciness you add into that pie. It caught me by surprise, but it's not overbearing. It's just perfect spice. Yeah.
Well, let's have another toast.
Cheers.
Salute, John. It's such a pleasure. I mean, I really love spending time with people like you because you really appreciate and you are knowledgeable about food. You have a big audience in Philadelphia and people trust you, and I'm so honored that you like our food. Look at our melanzana.
Amazing.
Our melanzana. You can put a little before you bless it with.
Oh, you can smell the eggplant.
Yes,
you really
you can.
The fresh roasted eggplant. That is a fantastic.
Yeah, and I feel like I vindicate the eggplant because people are used to fried eggplant.
Yeah.
And fried eggplant is
it's filling. Your pizza is not very filling.
But when you roast it in the brick oven, it's so light and you love it. So I feel like an eggplant vindicator. I am the. When I die, the eggplant is gonna bring me to heaven. Salute. You will enjoy this.
I can't wait to have a piece of that. Salute.
Salute in Italy. I don't know who's watching, maybe my sisters. This time of the year in Italy, everybody's on vacation. My mother is in the mountains. My sister is by the sea.
Your wife is here with us today.
My wife is here with me. Probably talking to my sons. Yeah, they're all enjoying life. This is what we do. We are very good at in Italy at enjoying life. So salute, auguri. Salute everybody.
Salute. Thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure.
I appreciate it.
Why don't
Looking
you
forward
try
to dinner tonight too as well. I definitely will have a piece of that. You can smell the eggplant.
Oh my God.
You know, and as soon as you put the fresh herb on there, it popped out as well too. And don't forget that